Hey, Tubies, this is Bob Hickman. It is so awesome to be with you. Well, here we are. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means? Time for our Saturday night seance. That's right. I want to say thank you to all of you who came out to last night's video. I got it out late because it was storming here and I couldn't get out in time to a video earlier. But you guys are always so faithful and thoughtful and stayed up all night to watch that video. I was shocked to see how many people came to view it even after it was up after midnight. So thank you to all of you. If you haven't seen that, that's the video right before this one in the queue. And it's my UFO night watch. Fortunately, we didn't get anything, but it was still fun to go out, and I enjoyed sharing thoughts with you about all of that and UFOs and life out there. So, it was still a nice walk, and I'm glad you guys came along with me. Well, here we are. It is now Saturday night. And first of all, I want to say also thank you to all the new subscribers. You guys rock. Thanks for being here. Thanks to all the old subscribers. You guys have been so supportive and welcoming the new people as well. So anyways, for those of you who are new, this is our weekly Saturday night tradition. We have Saturday night seance here. And this comes out of the old spiritualist church tradition. I was in the spiritualist church for many years, and we would gather in people's homes and form seance circles, and it was always fun and fascinating. So I thought I'd bring that tradition to those of you who, would like to be part of a seance circle and haven't had the chance for whatever reason. So you can come here on Saturday night and be part of our seance. So if you were here in my home, which in a sense you are, I'd say pull up your chairs here. Let's form a circle, okay? So pull your chair up and be part of our scene. Well, I'm going to settle down and go into trance. I'm a trance channel, which means that I go into trance and spirit entities come through me. I never know what's going to happen. I don't even know if anybody's going to show up. I've had seances where literally nobody's come through. So that's life. But we'll take a chance. We'll see what we get. Thanks for being here, guys. Now, before we begin, let's just do a brief prayer. Okay, I like to do that to set the intention. So let's just center ourselves. Mother, Father, God, thank you for this night to gather. Thank you for the gift of spiritual communication. Thank you for letting us hear from our master guides, teachers, and loved ones in spirit. We ask that you be present with us now through your divine presence, and that we call forth now the opening of the door between the worlds. May we receive that which is the best and the highest, and may we be blessed by communications with the other side tonight. So mote it be. Amen. So mote it be. Well, I'm going to settle down to trance, and we'll see what happens. See you when I get back. Oh, hello, this is Fletcher here. It's so good to be with you. Well, our medium is opening his channel, and we're adjusting the vibration. So give us just a moment while we adjust the frequency. Oh, there we go. I think we're in the body now, a little more stable. Sometimes when we come into a human's body, we have to be careful that we don't damage the nervous system. It takes a lot of power for us to enter the body, and we have to be ever so careful. Sometimes humans are a little more sensitive, and we've got a high electrical frequency. And when we come into the body, well, if we're not careful, we can fry a person out like a short circuit in a circuit breaker. Oh, and that wouldn't be good now, would it? Not for us, nor for our medium. We're so glad that you're with us tonight. So many of you are making such great spiritual progress. We can see the light glow from over here in the spirit world. Well, I'm going to step back now and let some other people come through. Greetings, my dears. This is Rose. It's such a blessing to be here with all of you tonight. I must echo Fletcher's words that your soul lights are very bright tonight. Over here in our world, we can see the luminosity on the earth. And this is how we know how people are making progression spiritually. During my time upon the earth, I remember having many people say to me, Rose, give your problems to God and he will enlighten you about them. You know, I wish I had done more of that. Because I tell you, my dears, it really is true that if you pray and you bring the higher light into your situation, it will bring transformation. You know, our medium here, he studies astrology, and I must say that I find that a fascinating subject. Over here, we are not limited as people on Earth. We can actually go and see the planets, study the movement of the universe. Over here, we understand the great design and the miracle of God who animates all life. Our medium has great fascination with the influence of the sun and the moon and the planets. And I must say, you know, during my lifetime upon the earth, I did have a little bit of interest in that as well. But now over here, astrology takes on a multifaceted, multi-dimensional way, and I can understand it and see and hear the music of the spheres. When a soul first arrives in the spirit world, many times it is greeted by its loved ones and its beloved pets. And then after that little time of gathering, they're slowly introduced to our world. They might choose to visit a sacred temple where they can pray and find peace. For those who have come over to the spirit world through a tragic incident such as a murder or a sudden accident and were caught unawares, these souls are often given time in a place of great peace. They are taken out to a field and let them look on a beautiful vista. They might see a mountain range, or for some, a calming ocean. It is our interest that souls make their transition to the spirit world without trauma. It is true that in the earthly life there is a lot of trauma, and many souls awaken here, well, rather with a start, if I might say. You know, my situation was that I was fortunately brought over into the spirit world when I was ready to come. As many of you know, I spent many years in purgatory, wandering in darkness and refusing the help of higher spirits or angels. My own stubbornness kept me in purgatory. But you know, I do not regret it now, for I think that it was necessary that I experienced all that I did. Now over here, when I see a stubborn soul and earthbound, I look upon them with great compassion, and I think to myself, Rose, you were one once as this. And so we do not look at these stubborn souls with condemnation, but with patience, mercy, and love. These are qualities that each of you should focus on: patience, mercy, and love. Patience is an issue for many in the earthly life. Everything that you want now. There's a compulsion, and I think that part of it comes from the earthly life. In earth, people are told you only have one life, and you better get it all right, or you'll die in emptiness. Well, first of all, my dears, this is a myth. It's not true. Not only do you have more than one life, you have all of eternity to meditate on the good and the bad, the rights and the wrongs. Patience is a virtue, for in practicing it, it allows you to find the higher truths. It allows you to avoid error. It allows you to step out of your own way and not rush to judgment. Patience is a great virtue, and thank God that the spirits here all have a lot of patience. I know they certainly did in my case. The other virtue I think is most important is mercy. You see, if we have mercy in our lives, that means we forgive others. We don't hold them to account. In the earthly life, mercy as a quality is oftentimes lacking. People become judgmental and harsh, and if there's a conflict, they will swear on their grave to the bitterness to the end. If they would allow mercy into the equation, they could see that their enemy, or who they think is their enemy, is oftentimes just a person as confused and lost as they are. I think that many great conflicts could be eradicated if people would be taught the principles of mercy. I know that when I saw the war in Europe before my death, I remember thinking to myself, all this bombing, all this fighting, and what is it accomplishing? If people have mercy, they will be kind to others. They will not treat them with harshness. But you see, when people become powerful, those who attain high positions and they do not have mercy, it creates sorrow all over the earth. The earth now is in a place of balance, where it is like a scale, a little bit of evil, a little bit of good. We are sending power to the earth that evil will not rise. Though I must be honest and tell you that there is a struggle yet to determine that good shall outweigh in the end. This is why each of you should focus on your spiritual lives. You must be forces for good, to brighten the world and to bring hope. The other virtue that I think is most important is love. If you have love in your heart, not only will you be a better person, you'll be happier as well. You know, I think of all the times in my life when I pushed aside love. I could have been kind to people. I could have said a nice word. I could have had compassion. These are all attributes of love. And yet I thought, I don't have time for these people. You see, my self-centeredness limited my ability to have joy. You know, this is why I always now reflect upon my neighbour Madge. Such a gracious lady she was. Now this is someone who had love in their heart. She always thought of me, always invited me to her home, always had an invitation and a chair reserved at every spiritual gathering. And so often I rejected it and laughed at it. You see, if I had love in my heart, I would have seen the love she was sending. Love not only helps you to love others, it helps you to see the good in the world. And now over here I understand that Madge has attained a high position because she has loved. These issues are very much at the forefront of our concern when we look upon the earth. We have a great concern that these virtues are being lost upon the earth. I call upon each of you, will you consider reaching out and practicing patience, mercy, and love? These are virtues of the soul, and it is the soul power that will carry you over into eternity. Oh, I know some of you younger people are saying, oh, Rose, what are you talking about? I'm going to live forever. But, my dear, the truth is nobody lives forever. You might feel that you are. You might think death is 100 years away. But I can assure you that it can come at any moment. Our medium has had many close brushes with death. And fortunately, we've always been able to step in and intervene and shield and protect him. We ask for all of you also to pray for him. Our medium is always in need of protection. As we've said, there are forces of darkness that are seeking destruction upon the earth. And our medium, unfortunately, being the light that he is a target for this destruction. Some of you out there also understand this, who are feeling targeted, and you're feeling that there is destruction now. We have faith over here. We have hope and we have love, which are also cardinal virtues. And we know that ultimately the good will win. But it does not mean that there will not be a struggle or a battle before that time. And so it is incumbent upon all of you to raise your vibration through prayer, meditation, and mercy. Speak to those around you with kindness. Give them a hand where you can. And breathe the very presence of God. You know, when we speak of God, it
It's not some man upon a throne throwing lightning bolts. God is the mind of all that exists. He is infinite intelligence. He is mother. He is father. He is beyond words that we can describe here in human language. But God is the grounding light that animates the soul. It is the light of love, and God's power emanates through the entire universe. Let that power animate your heart and soul, and you will have not only joy and peace, you will have eternal life. Eternal life is yours, whether you want it or not. But how you receive it is very much dependent upon you. Will you accept love into your heart, or will you reject it? Will you be like me, who went to purgatory, to that place of outer darkness and loneliness, until I could awaken to it? You need not go through such a trial. If you let love in your heart and you try to have a connection with the higher power, and you ask for our help, you will attain much, and you will have peace in your life. I'm so thankful for all of you being here tonight. Our medium's power is a little weak today. He's been really working very hard, doing a lot of spiritual work, and we wish to give him a little bit of a rest tonight. So we shan't stay long with you, but I send all of you my blessings, and I thank you very much for being here tonight. My name is Rose.
Well, guys, I am so thankful that you came out to our seance tonight. Whenever I channel, it uplifts me. I feel renewed in my spirit, and I feel a lot of joy. You know, if you enjoyed tonight's seance, I hope that you'll be a regular here. I hope you'll come. Every Saturday night we do this, and it's always an adventure. And I'm always blessed as much as all of you because, you know, when I channel, I don't necessarily know what's going to happen. I don't know what's coming through. And when I go back and see the tapes, then I'm like, wow. See, I get the message too. So it's a blessing. If you enjoy this, you might want to pop over to my website, pick up a copy of my book. This is my book about my spirit guide, Rose. It's called Messages from Rose. And it's a wonderful book. Tells about my early days of how I met Rose and my work with her over the years. And it's one of my favorite books. I have a number of books, actually. You know, Ouija board mysteries. We've got, you know, my books on magic, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. We've got, you know, I can't even think of all the words. I've got a lot of books out. But this is the one, if you like Rose, this is the one you want to get, okay? But, you know, check it out. Go over to my website. Well, guys, listen, I hope you'll keep it here at Spirit Channel. Hit that subscribe. Be part of, actually, subscribe's up there. Hit that subscribe button. Be part of our channel. And by the way, pop over to my website. The link's below also. And while you're there looking at books, you can also get your free daily horoscopes. That's right. I do horoscopes, and I put them up 7 days a week. And I cover all 12 zodiac signs. There's no charge for it. You don't have to register with my website or give a credit card. It's all free. You just go there and you can read it, okay? I hope you'll check it out. So check out my books over there. Check out Messages from Rose. Check out my horoscopes. And I hope you'll just kind of be part of Spirit Channel. So subscribe, be part of us. I'd love you to be here. Well, listen, guys, keep it here. Tomorrow is Sunday. And we're going to talk more about the Sun Lord and the mystery of the Sun Lords. So I want you to be back here for that then. All right, listen, have a good day. Hit subscribe. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Love you all. Blessings and a blessed Saturday night.